Today we will embark with Jesus as he begins his walk to the cross. Literally in John 15, we begin the walk to the cross, and the conversation continues. But let me remind you, the first thing that happened in the intimacy and the intensity of the upper room is Jesus saw to it that the confrontation with Judas must take place. There was a purging that had to happen before the purifying could take place. And we saw in the opening portion of John 13 that Judas, loved by Jesus, extended with the hope and the invitation of the gospel, chose instead to refuse. And the Bible told us that Satan actually entered him because he rejected Jesus the Christ. And we saw at the very beginning this juxtaposition of Judas versus Jesus. Judas versus Jesus is one of the themes that has carried through, and you'll see yet again today. And I tell you, we have seen the Christ and the corruption. We have seen truth and love. And the contrast continues. Judas or Jesus, dark or light, life or death, obedience or disobedience. I've entitled our message this morning, Love, Obey, and Abide. Jesus has said over and over and over again in this intimacy, you must love one another. You must obey me. I am in the Father is in me. We see this koinonia, the holy koinonia, being contrasted against the corruption that is represented by Judas and those that would be like him. Those that would look the part, but not have the heart of Christ. I tell you, as we continue, this is going to be the theme of our time this morning. I pray that you remember in the parts of John 14 where Jesus wanted us to hear his encouragement. I pray that you hear that, friends, because if you're a Christian who has stumbled or are stumbling right now, there was this incredible encouragement that said, listen, you don't have to be polished. You need to be passionate. And Jesus said, if I have your heart, if my spirit is in you, if you have truly been captured by grace, then every time you fall, I will pick you up. Every single time. You will not have to measure up to somebody's trophy case. You need to trust me and love me. And we found ourselves and continue to find ourselves in this place where Jesus is drawing the fine lines of distinction, I would say the boundaries of the narrow road between those that look the part and those who have the heart. The real versus the raunchy.